Mavericks kind of mix between Jaws and Nazareth. Cold water, perfect point break. All of them crazy heavy. You gotta be ready. You gotta train all your life. And if you're ready, it's gonna be fun. If you're not ready, you can die. My name is Kalani Souza Latanzi. I'm 28 years old. I born in Maui and I moved to Brazil when I was a baby. And I raised it in Rio de Janeiro, Itacoatiara Beach, a heavy beach break. A lot of big wave surfers and bodyboarders came from that place. When you're body surfing, like you don't have board, you're on your own board, right? So if the wave got you, be ready for the impact. I body surfed Jaws 2015 and it was like 10 to 12, maximum 15. So Jaws, you have like warm water, that's a good thing. Nazareth, you have cold water, but you don't have channel. It's the university, like the PhD for the big waves. Because if you go Nazareth, if you survive Nazareth, you're ready for anything. And the inside of Nazareth, that's the nightmare. I don't want to be there like in the bad situation. I've been there, but I don't want to go there again. My first experience body surfing Mavericks was amazing. I dreamed all my life going that wave. And the dream and the nightmare at the same time. People broke in pieces. Everybody talk about the sharks. They have big sharks over there. I was trying like not to think about it. I just focus on the waves. But I heard there is some big sharks over there. They can swallow you. I was there like swimming like a seal, and the sharks like seals. That was like the thing I had on my mind. But, well, blessed, nothing happened. I've been watching videos and studying the wave for years, and I see one wave that Lucas Chumbo kind of fall in the beginning and he kind of body surf the wave. And I see, okay, that's possible. We had a great crew. We had one of the best like waterman, water safety with us, Jeff Kafka. Super well respected and a lot of knowledge. At the moment that I arrived on the jet ski, I was with Jeff and I saw some like perfect like laps and I say, okay, it's possible. Seems like perfect for body surfing. Let's get a big one. The biggest wave I got was like barreling, big ramp, and I looked down and say, okay, I'm going on this one. And I got so much speed, then you can see on the video, if you pay attention, my left fin came out. So like, I still in the barrel, because I lose my left fin, I lose like the speed and the control, and I couldn't make out. Next time I just put like a smaller size of things, and maybe a leash for not going out. But that's possible, and I will try again soon. So that one was my first time at Mavericks, and I want to go for the second. If it's bigger, let's go. I was training all my life for that, and I feel ready, and it was amazing. Dream come true. Survive with all my arms, all my legs. Yeah, dream come true. To my mom, love you, Mom. All the missions, all the body surfing, all the waves. The woman who raised me by herself, that's all for you. My happiness is for you. Yes, sir.
that you're up. Oh boy.
I'm Ryan Augustine. I'm 40 years old from Santa Cruz, California. My first job was at Freeline Surf Shop, rinsing wetsuits and like helping out at the shop. Peter Mello was always like, you should surf Mavericks. And I'm like, I'm 15 years old. I'm gonna wait till I graduate high school. But Peter was always real encouraging and made you feel like you could do it when you didn't think you could. Peter was a big influence.
My name is Elle Sliver. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Santa Cruz, California. I started surfing Mavericks when I was 14 years old. Didn't tell my mom. By the time we got out there, I got caught inside 3 times and thought I was never gonna do it again, and I was back up there in a week.
Allo and I have been looking at it for the last year and a half, 2 years, like, dude, that's a sick wave. It could be like one of the better waves in California. I've been trying to tell my friends that they should go up and surf it, but nobody believes me. And
we've been searching for that barrel for a long time. Feels like Ryan's been able to pick off a bunch of them. I've been kind of left in the dust, but it's pretty interesting to watch how he surfs that wave.
Allo sends it. His personality and sense of humor is pretty funny. He listens to country music and sometimes he'll wear cowboy boots up there. I called him Ross Clark Jones Jr. for a while. I forget that he's 21, he can barely have a beer, and he's more responsible than I am now at 40.
The Mavericks Awards, in and of itself, promotes that friendly rivalry that pushes the other person to the next level. Are you going to go to the next level, or is your buddy going to go to the next level? And that camaraderie, brotherhood, that kind of competition just between the crew itself is so healthy, and it takes big wave surfing performance to another level.
My season this year, I got way more familiar with the inside bowl. Phlegm balls is around 150 yards inside the main bowl. There's a break in the reef, it seems like. It goes into deep water and it loads back up. This is probably another 100 yards outside of Sail Rock, so pretty much right in the middle from the rocks and the main bowl. It's way deeper than you normally are. It's way inside. It's a different wave, theoretically.
Big barrels like that really have a sound to them. It kind of goes raw in the tube.
Waiting for the trough to come up is also probably the most nerve-wracking part. Seeing it and knowing that it's going to happen is something that is kind of indescribable.
It's a little intimidating because if you fall, you're right in front of the rocks.
And you know you have to do it or else all your buddies in the channel are going to heckle you. So that's probably the part of the wave that we're going to get barreled the most out of, and that's where this year we were able to capitalize on that.
The way that John Mel and Luca and Allo and Augie are hunting barrels is so inspiring, so intense, but they are like actively hunting barrels on the lefts, on the rights.
When you go barrel hunting at Mavericks, expect to have a lot of wipeouts.
The day that Ryan got his barrel, I was fortunate enough to find one earlier in the day.
Oh, that was sick! Wow!
definitely got that.
I didn't quite make it, clamped on me. Just part of the process of learning that inside bowl. I'll be back, always.
There's always a changing of the guard at Mavericks. And having people like Hunter, Elle, Ryan Augustine, who is a veteran of Mavericks. He was in the early contests, and he's still at it.
The good wave that I caught at Mavericks this year was kind of a chip shot roll in. I rolled into it and I faded. Halfway through the barrel, I was like, oh, I probably could come out of this one. So I kind of put my game face on and try to like actually make it out of the tube.
Before he even took off on the wave, Luca kept grabbing me, telling me, grab your phone, this one's gonna load up. And then once he came down into the bowl and drew his line, it was perfect.
And here comes Ryan flying out of the barrel into the channel and pointing at the guys in the channel.
Kind of acting like a politician. I was like pointing at all my friends like, hey, there you are. And I saw Elle and Willem and all my friends in the channel. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna strike a pose for them.
And it's not till he exits the barrel at the end and into the channel that you hear the whole crowd erupt.
So it was kind of nice to kick out with all the hooting and hollering.
Jojo, Luca, and I were front row seat to watching him get barreled. And actually, right when he came out, he pointed at me, which made me even more pissed, and now I wanted to go out and go get one. It's pretty incredible to see everybody get a barrel like that. I was laughing, I was mad, I was like, I had all the emotions. I was like going through like an emotional breakdown. Pretty damn impressive. He found the gem, and we all acknowledged it for sure. It's a very like core-knit community, I would say.
It's a special place. When you're out in the water, it looks very spiritual, the bluff and all the trees.
I think that they embrace a lot of the communities outside of Half Moon Bay. A lot of local guys, a lot of people from all over the world that travel there, and the people that put in the time and have respect for the locals normally will get waves.
Everybody wants to see what you can do when you're out there. So it's good to see the Mavericks community opening up like that.
Everybody's a family. So it does feel like a really cool and special time to be a part of this community.
It's a little nerve-wracking knowing that now we got to get barreled out there, but everyone's doing it, so now you got to get on the bandwagon. Excited to see what the whole community can do.
Hey, Paige and Izzy, I dare you to come and try to get barreled at Mavericks.
I'm Ryan Augustine. Thanks for watching the Mavericks Awards.
My name's Kelly Slater, and thank you for watching the Mavericks Awards.
Hi, I'm Zoe Che. I'm 16 years old and from Half Moon Bay, California. I'm trying to pursue a career in making the world tour and surfing in competitions, but when I'm at home and in the winter, I really do want to just become a master at surfing Mavericks.
Probably the highlight of the year for me was taking Zoe out to Mavericks with me.
I do a lot of training to prepare for Mavericks, especially I made sure that I started off doing the Big Wave Risk Assessment training or the Brad course this year, and I went to the Mavericks Safety Summit just to make sure that when I did go out, I was completely prepared. I do training in the gym, I lift weights, I love doing cardio kickboxing to help with endurance. Bianca definitely has helped me not just in surfing Mavericks, but surfing Ocean Beach, Waimea, other places in Hawaii. It's been one of the best winners of my life for sure.
She was just like thriving. She was surfing every single wave, getting her first barrels everywhere, backdoor, sunset, off the wall, Haleiwa.
I ended up getting the best wave of my life at Pipeline, the biggest barrel I've ever surfed in my life, and I actually made it out. It's really cool to have a mentor that you really like, I feel like connected to.
The day after that, there were still some bombs. I said, hey Zoe, if you're up for it, let's go to Waimea tomorrow.
She let me use her inflation vest. She's let me use her boards. Yeah, she's just helped me in all these different ways.
We paddled out together, showed her my lineups. I just remember at a certain point looking back and seeing her spin around and take some waves.
Around 2 years ago, Jeff Clark actually let me borrow his 9.6 that he's let some of the best surfers in the world surf at Mavericks. And he let me borrow it to surf Middle Peak at on a 10-foot day, and I didn't have a board to ride, so it was super nice of him to let me use it. And I ended up kind of just keeping it, and then I surfed it for my first time at Mavericks. It worked great, so thank you, Jeff.
That was probably the smallest board I had that would prove to be what she needed for surfing maps.
My first time at Mavericks was definitely an interesting and crazy experience. We watched it from the channel for a long time, and I was just kind of sitting there and watching some of my friends get good waves, and that was super inspiring. From the second that I paddled out, I was actually not feeling that nervous. I was feeling confident that in my abilities and the training that I had done before. I saw Bianca take off on a few really good waves and make a couple sick ones. Finally, after probably 2 hours of sitting, I saw the one that I wanted to go on. I whipped it and I heard Hunter start yelling at me, "Go, Zoe!" Everyone was yelling, "Go!"
She definitely got one of the ones that was, just coming in as a big TP square, beyond vertical kind of wave, and she was right underneath it, paddling. Everyone's cheering for her. And then we see her go, and you don't see her after she takes off. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, she went. And then all the people in the channel are starting to cheer and whistle, and people in the lineup were like, oh my gosh, her life is gonna be changed forever. And then we started kicking out in the channel, and I was like, yeah, heart explosion, and also relief, okay, parents won't be upset.
It's really good to have a coach. You kind of become more aware of the dangers, more aware of the opportunities, and you kind of get a grasp of the mindset that person has that has given them their success. Bianca has been the one that has been in the water charging. I think she needs some competition.
I hope that Bianca and I compete against each other for years and years to come, and it becomes a battle. She's my mentor, but I'm coming for that award. I'm gonna try and win.
The competition keeps me on my toes too. It inspires me to keep training and to go harder and try harder. I love it, I love it.
We definitely need more women to come surf Mavericks. Bianca and I were completely outnumbered this year, and I hope next year to hopefully help change that. I just want more women in the water, more women energy, and just more women catching waves and giving it a go out there. I sent it and I made the wave, and kicking out of the channel was maybe one of the best moments of my life. It gave me the confidence to know that if you surf in Half Moon Bay, if you surf Mavericks and Ocean Beach and the beach breaks here, you can surf anywhere.
Jeff Clark here, and I'm co-founder of the Mavericks Awards with my partner, Cuvelier.
For us, the Mavericks Awards is all about the community. We want to include everybody.
The surfers come when the waves are good. We capture their rides all year. That allows everyone to have a chance to be part of the Mavericks Awards. With this new format, no one gets left on the beach. Everybody has a chance to surf.
Our mission would be to celebrate Mavericks and support the brave men and women that dare surf it. We talked about equality. We talked about inclusion. We talked about safety. environmental stewardship, and community. So those values are really what drive the Mavericks Awards.
I think we're going to see some new approaches, kind of different and higher level of performances. The quality of judges we have is the best of the best.
And they're able to pick the biggest wave, the ride of the year, and the performer of the year.
We're looking for the surfer that catches the biggest wave, shows the best control, the most aggressive maneuvering on a really big wave, like playing with the fire-breathing dragon. How close can you get to it? Putting yourself in the right place, as deep as you can get in that big wave and still make it. Ride of the year is a really cool category because it could be a barrel, it could be just high performance turning. When I think about performer of the year, what I want to see is high performance, playing with that power and getting away with it.
We implemented one rule that really helped with safety, and that's you must make the wave to be considered for an award.
You can't go, hey y'all, watch this, oh, big picture, boom, blown up, rescued. No, that doesn't hold any water here.
It's about celebrating Mavericks and bringing people together to celebrate what we have in our backyard.
With this new format, everyone has their chance to go out and make their mark at Mavericks, one of the greatest wonders of the world.
Gotcha.